Hello and welcome back to Into Reality Podcast, the number one podcast in Ireland. I'm your host Abdul with your co-host Usman. Usman, how are you? Long time no see.
It's been a while. I've been okay as of recently. I've been doing okay. What about you?
I've been doing great, man. Life's good, you know. Uni's good. Work was good. Holidays was good, you know. Life. Can't complain, to be honest. Can't complain.
Yeah, everything seems that everything is going good for you.
Yeah, man. As you can see today, it's our ninth month hiatus. To be honest, I didn't think. I didn't even know. I did. I was surprised we went 9 months without a podcast because I thought it'd probably like what 2, 3 months. Then I checked. It's like it's like 9 months since we done a podcast. I was like, oh shit, excuse my language. Sorry. Like we haven't done it for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, it's been that long. And like in all honesty, I think I have a part to play with that situation. I say most of it's my fault.
Oh no, yeah, you can't blame yourself. You know what's the surprising thing? Yeah, I realize. Yeah, we got like we were gone for 9 months. Yeah, and we gained subscribers. Because I remember we were on like 60 subscribers. Now we're on 78. So for everyone who subscribed while we were gone, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And for old subscribers who haven't left, thank you for sticking by. Probably some of you guys thought we were what's it called again. We were never going to come back, but here we are. Return, as I say, as Macklemore once says, it's the return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac indeed. And anyways, if you are new around here, you're listening to this, and you do want to get on board with this thing that we haven't been on for the last couple of months, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button so you get notification every time we do an episode of the podcast. Currently on 78, so we're about 22 subscribers away from 100.
Yeah, and it's what's it called again? We've been doing this for what now? How many years now? Two years?
Yeah, we
No.
started this during the pandemic.
So yeah, so it's gonna. No, I think we've been here doing this longer, haven't we? I'm not sure.
No, since 2020.
Or 2020, so 2 years. Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Long time to see. So we're supposed to have what's it called again? Since we used to do a podcast every week, we're supposed to have over 100 podcasts now, but we're only on 63. Oh, they already.
Yeah. Because if we did a podcast every week for 2 years, we should have been on episode 104.
104, yeah.
104. But not
But
to
yeah, we're only
not
on
to worry.
63. It is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
actually, what I realized yeah, in the past 9 months, I don't know if it's just me, yeah, but like a lot of people are doing podcasts as well, man, in the last 9 months. Because you just be like seeing every guy just starts a podcast with his friend. Like you see a lot on TikTok as well. And
Yeah,
some people be complaining like people just get a mic and just get a podcast and start just chatting, saying rubbish and all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I've noticed that as well. Some few people have started doing podcasts even more. Like I know the Sidemen like did like random podcast episodes, but they didn't take it seriously. It was just that video where they did it to like talk up a did on something or talk about what's happening, or they just did it because it was a long time. But now, like they're doing it a lot, like every week on the side plus, which by the way I'm not never going to pay for that because uh, I'm just not. But yeah, a lot of people are trying to do podcasts. Probably they've also saw on Joe Rogan and how well they've done, and probably have seen Spotify exclusive podcasts as well.
Yeah, man. It's just funny. But yeah, man. Most people on TikTok who talk about podcasts, who talk on podcasts, they always talk about was it like women and financial things. We're just here to talk about whatever we want, and
Yeah,
it's mostly football anyway. So most of the time we're just waffling anyway. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. Just talk about whatever we want and however we want.
And
Yeah,
speaking
but I
about
think
football, man,
yeah,
how are you enjoying your what's it again? You might win the league this year.
I heard people say that, but to me, I've told myself that we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna win the league, and I'm saying this because if our important player gets injured and we don't have someone suitable to take over, then we're not going to win the league. As for Man City, they get a player injured, they always have someone to come up and still do a decent job while the main player comes back. Man City is just a walking Chico this season since they got Haaland. Like De Bruyne's job has gotten easier for him. Sometimes if he's not bothered to like run off the pitch and find that good pass, you can just look up and see Haaland's over there and say, Haaland's over there, and just whip a long ball into him. He'll score anyways.
Yeah, man. Well, now we got Darwin as well. He's just balling out these past few days, man. Honestly, good man. He scored 2 goals for us today. Man, I like him. You know, people are calling him Darwoozy, innit?
I I don't have a problem with Darwin Nunes at all. I think the problem that came with him was the fact that people started comparing him to Haaland. I was like, these two players are on a different spectrum. Haaland is way above Darwin Nunes. There's no point of comparing them. If you compare Haaland with Mbappe, then we can sit here and discuss that. But with Darwin Nunes, no, 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 no. I don't see that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Darwin Nunes is good, man. I don't think he's like way better. Probably he is better, but like I don't say he's way better. But you know, Darwin, he's a good guy, man. I like watching him play football, man. He's so unpredictable, as people say. You
Mm,
never know what he's gonna do.
yeah. Do you think his price tag might have a role with everything?
Yeah, I think his price tag. That's the one reason people slate him because of his price tag. He got like what, 80 million or something like that. 80, 60. So that's why.
Yeah, initially it was like between 80 to 85 million, but with bonuses, it goes up to 100.
Yeah. But well, only time will tell how good he is.
So
And
here's the
today, I
question.
go on.
Sorry. The
Oh,
question
sorry, go on.
is, if you still had to spend 100 million on one player, would you have spent it all on Darren Nunes or all on Anthony?
Anthony.
Yeah,
Oh, for the Man United guy. I don't know, man.
yeah,
Do you like because like different football players, like I would say like play for different teams and like different teams have different style of play. But I think like Darren do this do suits our style, well Anthony suits for Man United style. And you know like you can compare you can maybe like what if this happened, what if that happened. But in reality, we bought Darren Nunes, Man United bought Anthony, and for both of them, it's been working out well for us and them. So I don't see what's the point to just be like, oh, who would you buy, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. But I know I prefer Darren Nunes. He's just too funny, man. When he plays football, man, he's just unpredictable, man. I just like what I love watching him play.
all right, fair enough. I just wonder for Liverpool, did you guys need to sign a striker? I know that
I say so, man.
you currently have
I
Diogo
know because
Jota and Roberto Firmino.
I know, but like Mohamed Salah is getting old once again. Firmino's getting old, and yeah, and Mane's left. You know, you gotta keep replenishing the side in it, like bring more competition. Because like Robert Firmino wasn't doing well last season. Now we got Nunes, competition. Now he's doing better in it. You gotta bring competition to football into a team in it, so people don't get lazy. Be like, oh, that's we'll have my seat.
Yeah, because when you signed Darren Nunes, I was thinking about two things that had to do with Firmino, not with Jota, because I knew that Jota was doing well. So no matter what happened, he was still be in contention for that number 9 spot. But for me, I was thinking of two things. The first one was either they were going to sell Firmino, but at the summer, which would have been harsh because I think he was injured for most of last season. And secondly, they might have changed the formation and played him as an attacking midfielder instead.
Yeah, man. But well, Firmino survived. He's still here, man, and he's doing well.
So right now, who plays on the left hand side? Because I know Luis Diaz is currently out.
Yeah, he's injured. But yeah, I've watched Liverpool play this year because I've just been busy with college. I just be like
Okay.
watching what I just be like watching the highlights because college, man, college is a flipping. How to say it's getting tough. But it is what it is. It is what it is, as they say. It is what it is. We charge it, innit?
Yeah, it is what it is. And speaking of like college, for myself, I'm now in year four of my course. I'm in my final year of university.
Well, congrats,
Hope the
man.
ride goes well.
Congrats. I'm a year four as well, man. But I still got a few years left of it. So,
Yeah, you got.
it's still,
I think you got at least 1 year, at least one more
no,
year to go, if not
no,
two.
after this, I still got two, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We charge it, innit? We
Hmm.
move, man.
I mean, when you graduate, you'll pay you'll book me a ticket to come to your graduation, right?
Yeah, bro, definitely. I book you $400, man. The tickets are gone expensive. You know what I actually realize, yeah? I know this happens ever since the Russian war happened. Like, what's again? Accommodation, everyone's just gone. It's so hard to find accommodation everywhere you go.
Yeah, the accommodation has gone hard. And while I went to before I went to France last year, like they're telling us that well, the university is up. They don't have any accommodation, but they have a partnership with this kind of website. Wait, it looks. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Anyways,
Yeah, go on.
they said that this website, if you go into it, you can try and find somewhere for probably a price that suits your budget that you can just pay every every month for. So I was fortunate enough to get one that suited my budget.
All right. How was it? So, like, how much did you pay for it? Like, how was the apartment?
I paid 470 euros a month.
Per month?
Yeah,
That's
per month.
expensive. That's would that be like cheap for the place or would it be expensive?
For what it was is
Yeah, no,
is
like
one of the
in like
cheaper ones.
really?
Yeah, because there were places going for around five 500, 600. Some places further from the college, 700, 800. The prices were all over the place.
Yeah, because here, what's again where I'm at? Yeah, so basically, like our apartment is 450, but it's two people split 225. 225. Yeah, it used to be 400. Yeah, but some apartments are going for what's again way more. Like what's again are going for like how do I say it, like 600. Like a two-bedroom apartment go for 600, 800, man. Like it's just gone mad. Like there's not many houses, and because we're close to Russia, a lot of Russians have come in. A lot of Ukrainians have come in, and people who are studying in Russia or Ukraine have come into Georgia because it's cheap and all that stuff. Yeah, so it's just like there's like so many people, and once again, what I say, like economics when we study economics, the once again the greater the demand, the higher the price,
Yeah,
and once
yeah,
again, and obviously when there's a greater demand, it's going to be higher price, especially when there's a limited supply.
yeah. That's quite problematic.
But what can you do, man?
Yeah, what can you do? But speaking of France, I I don't think I've talked about it once on this podcast, but when I went there, Nice, city of Nice in southeast of France, probably one of the best places I've ever traveled to in my entire life. And I'm talking this based on the weather, tourist attractions, and just the city itself. Like the beach was probably just the one place I just go to most of the time, late mornings, afternoon, or evening. Like that was that one place. Food was good as well. Transportation was good as well. So it's just get on the tram for 1 euro 30 just to get
All right,
from point A to point B. That was great.
nice, man.
Yeah, but even though it was all good, I still had some issues. Of course, I had to
Uh,
get some issues. The
yeah, like
people
like
there are stubborn.
that's French people as well. All this, like I know it's a stereotype, but once again, French people aren't the nicest, fortunately.
No, they're not. And I just knew this as a saying. Like this was before I went to Nice. I thought, maybe it's not true. But since I was going there, I was able to go and find out for myself that yeah, they are stubborn because my French is not it's not the best. And when I'm trying to say something, I'm just finding it hard to say it. Instead of them to just be like, "What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say this or that?" Nah, they just stand there, arms folded, just waiting to hear a response. I'm like, "You're not gonna help out. You're just gonna wait for me." I'm like, "Oh, okay. That's how it's gonna be." Right.
Yeah, man. I get you, man. I heard on TikTok a lot of people say that as well. They always have complaints when they're trying to speak French. Like some French people will be stuck up. But I'll probably say, I wouldn't say that's probably a minority. Probably, who knows, man. But like everywhere you go, man, obviously there's going to be people like when you try to speak their language, especially if you're not speaking it properly, they'd be like, "What's going?" They'd be upset because they're like, Why are you doing my country? Like if you don't speak the language properly in it, because and sometimes if you speak English to some people, they'd be like upset, be like, you're supposed to speak my language because you're in my country, innit? Like they'd be like, oh, show some respect. But sometimes learning language is not really easy, man. It's really hard to be honest.
It is hard. It is. It is
L-
hard. And sometimes you just hope that you just find that probably just find that one person or just find that one place that can that can that can speak your language, that can understand what you're talking about, so you can get through whatever it is you're trying to get through.
mm, I guess, man. Like I get it, man. It's kind of hard. Sometimes, that's why you have to use something called you have to try to use like sign language or something like that. You just gotta use your hand. What's that word called again? Charades. You have to be like it's like charades.
Yeah, charades. Charades is the one.
Yeah. Well, man, it's always a good experience, like leaving your house, like living in another country, man. Like you meet people, like people you probably thought you never meet. You get also get learn experience and all that stuff. It's really good, man. Like obviously, like I'd tell anyone who doesn't live at who's never left the country to go out, man, explore, see the world in it. Because the world is like it's massive, obviously number one, but that's a no-brainer. Everyone knows that. But like,
Yeah,
there's
that's
different cultures, different people, and some things you never learn till because you leave till you leave house. So that's one thing I always say, man. Just go out and see the world, man.
yeah. And the other reason why I wanted to go to France was because apart from 2021, where we all went on a 7 week summer holiday to Nigeria, I haven't I haven't taken my foot off the Republic of Ireland since 2018. So 2019, I should have gone on holidays to Turkey, but my passport had issues, so I couldn't go. 2020 was the whole lockdown. Then finally
Mm,
got 2021, and then went to France in 2022. So it was worth it. And
mm,
here's something. I remember I said when I get to when I get to France, I was going to make a lot of content while I'm in France because this was something I could not mess up on. I swear to God, I only got like two video two proper videos about France, while my other videos were just doing the usual videos as usual videos that I make. But I did not do any of that because what struck to my head was that how how well I do in France will be brought back to my university, and they're gonna convert the grades into my results for the second semester. And here's the thing: if I failed, if I failed a subject in France,
mm,
I have to repeat it, but I'm not going to repeat it in Ireland. I'm going to have to fly back and do the repeat subjects and
in
hope,
France.
yeah, and hope that I do better. So obviously, the thought of school and basically putting my whole focus into my studies just came back. I just had to put a pause onto YouTube and just focus on that. But I didn't expect my hiatus from YouTube to be that long because I wanted to make videos during the summer, but I did not because my lap my computer had had many issues. Like it had issues. I had issues with my hard drive, and it had issues like every time I try to turn it on, I have to press the button several times just just to turn it on. And I and I did one repeat assignment for a subject that I did here in Ireland during the first semester. I had to I had to go onto the I had to go to the desktop and try to do the assignment there. But my brothers would be on the PlayStation 4 close to the desktop and they would just be disturbing, which was annoying. So I had to borrow a laptop and use that laptop just to do that repeat assignment from
What about going to the library?
ah I thought I lost my library card, and for some reason I thought that I needed to have my library card just to just to do anything in the library until I found
Mhm.
out last week that I didn't lose my library card. It just it just expired. I had to get it renewed.
Well, nice, nice. So you thought you lost it, but you didn't. See that as a
Yeah,
win.
I thought I did, but I didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, man, my laptop isn't working right now as well, man. I have to. I'm using a friend's laptop, man, to like try to go home and fix mine. Cause I don't know, man. It just it's always with the HP laptops, man. I swear to God, even when I go on forums and all that stuff online, they always saying the HP laptops are always breaking and they always have a problem, man. I need to get a fix, man. Honestly, God. But as a student, man, you're broke, man. What can you do, man? So
Yeah.
just gotta wait till I get extra money, or once again till I get back home and start working. Speaking of work, man, I finally, I finally decided to get my. I was working and I finally decided to do my theory test, right? And
Okay.
I don't know, man. I got 35 out of 40 minutes. So basically, I just got once again enough to pass, man. Like one wrong answer and I would have failed, man. Honestly, God, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
So have
kind of
you
funny,
finally?
man.
Yeah, it
Because
is
I
funny.
didn't
Have you
study. I didn't
finally?
study
Okay.
for it. Sorry, I didn't study for it, right? I like the night, like the morning before, my mom woke me up and told me to study. I had a few questions, yeah, and I kid you not, man. Those questions that I did today, yeah, that I did that morning, yeah, those were the ones that came up on my exam. So,
Oh,
uh, so I have to thank my mom for that, man, because I would have failed. But so now I got my learner's permit. I'm just gonna learn how to drive now, man.
well, congratulations on that. I didn't. How was it like your first? Was it your first theory test that you took?
Yeah, it's my first theory test, man.
Your first and only.
Yeah, first and only, man. Now I have to just can do my just lessons, man. But lessons are expensive, man. Like, was it €40 per lesson?
One place I heard, I think it was like €50 per lesson.
Man, that's expensive, man. Honest to God, bro. And you have to do 12 as well, man. Like,
Yeah.
honest to God, man. That's like nearly 600. That's like nearly 600. That is 600 because 50 times 10 is 500. Then plus times 50 times 2 is 100. That's 600, man. That's 30 grand, man. And those, and those are like just because you have to do minimum 12 lessons, right?
Yeah.
Because remember, because you have to actually do other stuff in order to you have to once again practice as well, and you have to be insured to practice, man. Honestly, God, man, it's so hard to get your license in Ireland, man. And the funny thing is, like, public transport in Ireland, okay, it's not the worst, yeah, but it's not good to be honest. It's really bad, like especially outside Dublin, man.
Yeah, I've heard on the news that public transport outside of Dublin is not the best. It's not the best. It never came into my head because I've just always used the public transport in Dublin, mostly the train or the bus. I rarely use the tram because sometimes I just think, there's no tram near where I live, so there's like no point.
Yeah, man. It's so bad, man. Honestly, God, man. I'd be like, come on, man.
But yeah, that's probably something you're looking to do next year, right?
Yeah, next year. Oh, yeah, because it's December. It's sorry, it's November. Yeah, yeah. Next year, I'm gonna do all my lessons next year, man, and just learn how to drive and get my license, man. Honestly, good.
Yeah,
Have you
hopefully
done your
that
lessons,
goes
man?
well. No, I haven't done my lessons yet. I mean, I got my learner permit. I just got my learner permit renewed this year. I got mine two years ago. Yeah, I got mine
Well,
2 years ago. And the moment I got it, I was doing my fourth theory test at that point.
fourth.
Yeah, it was my fourth. I've done it three other times. I haven't succeeded. First, I got the first time I got 32. Second, I got 28. Then the third time, I got 34.
Oh,
And then by the time I got it, I got 37.
uh,
And that was during the pandemic. I mean, there's a whole backstory to that thing. I'll probably tell you it after we do this podcast, but it's a whole fiasco that's still not solved. I mean, still not done over with as we speak.
yeah. But yeah, man. Also, again, like, it's so expensive, so hard to drive because you have to pay insurance, and insurance is ridiculous, man. Honestly, man. Especially if you're a man, a young driver. But that's like everywhere you go, man. It's like so expensive, man.
Yeah, I think you probably need to be added into your parents. Like, if
Yeah,
it's possible, you need to be added into your parents' insurance just so that you don't have to pay any of it or just pay some of it.
yeah, true, man. But we'll see, we'll see God's plan, inshallah. We'll see how it goes, man. Like, to be honest, the only reason why I haven't done it sooner is like, I was like, what's the point, man? Because like, I'm not in the country. I'm only in the country for like what, 4 months out of 12. So for only one third of the year. So like for 2/3, I'm outside. I'm not driving. But anyway, just in case, it's better to be safe than sorry, as you say.
Yeah, just to be safe than sorry. You never know what might happen
You
down the
see,
line.
exactly. So yeah, but well, man. I can't wait to finish college, man. Like now, I finished my first 3 years. Now I'm in my fourth year, man. Fourth year is pretty easy, man. But it's just like so overwhelming because it's every single day, man. And there's like new stuff. But I can't. I just can't. I can't wait to finish college. I just can't wait because I rather work than go to college, man. Honestly, God, man. Especially if I'm doing a job I like. Because I was, excuse me, I don't know why we coughing these past few days. Excuse me. Because these past few days, man. Uh, sorry. Last month I was working in a warehouse, okay, and this is like I was working for a company. Obviously, I'm not going to tell the company's name because I'm still working for them actually. Because I'm still when I go back, I still have a contract with them. So basically, uh, we were packaging. It's like a warehouse. We were packaging stuff in it, and we were getting paid. I was getting paid 11 an hour, which is minimum pay, wait, or minimum work, yeah. But if I go back now, I'm going to negotiate to get at least 12, yeah, or 11.50. But enough about that, right? There's one guy who was working there for 10 years, bro, and he said I recently got a pay rise. I'll try to guess how much money he makes. He's been working there for 10 years. Try to guess.
Someone who's been working there for 10 years,
He said I
you should
recently
be,
got a pay rise. Should be
you
around
you
like
gotta
15, 16, right? Yeah, 15, 16, right?
probably get, I'll probably say 14
Or probably 20, right? This guy was getting paid €11 an hour. Same as me.
for the last 10 years.
And he's been working for the last 10 years. And I only worked there for 2.5 weeks, huh? And I was getting paid €11 an hour. And this guy is working there for 10 years, man.
Oh my days. I
I
wonder
know,
why
man.
I wonder why he never spoke with the management for a pay rise after he's been working there all that time.
Yeah, man. And the guy had the audacity to say, "Oh, I love my job, bro." I'm like, bro, you love your job, but your job doesn't love you, man. Honestly, God, like if they will pay you €11 an hour, man. Like, bro, some people were paid because like where I work, right, a lot of people quit their job, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people quit because because it's a hard. It's really demanding, especially if you're working there. Because like it's a so basically, the newbies, like everyone who's new there, their job is to stack boxes. Okay,
Yeah.
and these boxes come. Sometimes they go fast, sometimes slow. Depending on the machine itself, depending on what's in it, fast or
Yeah.
slow, right? And some people just can't cope in it because like you have to you have to use your brain. Like I swear to God, yeah. Like some people be like, oh, these minimum page wait, where page dog people are using their brain because you have to use your brain, yeah. Because if you don't, you're gonna get caught lacking, as they say. Because you have to have at least enough pallets. Yeah, I need because you need pallets, boxes, and sheet, right? So basically, what I used to do, right? Basically, we had like a stack of pallets. So I get a sheet and I'd be putting sheets in between each pallet. So I don't have to because like the sheet place is like at the back of the machine, at the back of the room, and you were like in the like we're like there's like a big gap, yeah. So basically, before you go and come back, like three boxes could be what's called again could be filled right before you come back. So I'm like, okay, I'll put them on the pallets, yeah, and I make sure the boxes like the cardboard boxes that you have to put down. I count how much I need and I put it right beside me so I can do everything fast. You get me?
Yeah, I get it.
Like you have to use your brain. Like some people just don't use their brain, and then things go fast, and then things go like okay, and then they get what's called again they get overwhelmed. And basically, I'm usually on the left because the left machine is way better because it breaks down all the time. But you can what's called extend it, right? So let's say we had loads of stuff, right? Let's say we had there's like loads of boxes on my row, right?
Yeah.
I start at the bottom, right? I start at the end. I just fill boxes, and then by the time what's again, I'll probably have half of it done. I'll go package it, and then by the time I'm back, like the row will be filled again. Or like sometimes if I'm lucky, there'll be like two or three boxes that only got passed by. And in some cases, I'll probably start at the front. And I just keep and I was saying and I'll put all the boxes onto the pallet, so that what's again when I go and come back, there's none on the line because I already filled them up. Like you just have to use your brain sometimes, and unfortunately, some people I was saying don't, and then they get overwhelmed. So I was working there for 2.5 weeks. My first week, I was my first week. Let's say first because I was working on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, right?
Right.
And my first week, there was this guy who was some Irish guy. He was working there. I was gone that first week. I forgot his name, but he was gone. Another guy, yeah, I remember him. His name was he was from Afghanistan. He left out. He the first day I was working with him, I never saw him again because he got another job in Aldi because his friend was telling me he got another job at Aldi. So he was gone that day as well. The second day and the third day, same people, no one left. And the second week, yeah, oh my, the second week I got paired with a guy called Abdul. His name was Abdul Rahman as well. He was my G. You know when you have a work buddy, yeah, he was my
Yeah.
work buddy. Honestly, guy, we were having so much fun, man. Because we used to
I
take
know
the
this.
we were just laughing, having fun every time Boss just gave out, man. Because he didn't speak English, so the boss would just shout at him, and he wouldn't be understanding, bro. He'd be like, yeah, don't worry, don't worry. I was just having, it was so fun, man. He was such a, I still talk to him nowadays, man, because he's a good friend. But yeah, the second week, okay, who quit, man? I remember there was one guy, one Indian guy. I forgot his name, fortunately. And I was talking to him, says, how long you think you're gonna stay here? And he told me he's gonna stay here for what's going probably until he gets a call from Aldi because he applied for Aldi and he wants to work there. And I kid you not, that same day he came, he was gone. The next day he didn't came back. He was gone. He probably got that call from Aldi.
Oh my days.
And then there was another guy who was working with him. I forgot his name. He was Irish as well. He was gone on the third day, right? And the thing that pissed me off when he left, yeah, 'cause I remember that week, yeah, I had an easy job. I was given the role of inspector, right? So all I had to do was inspect boxes, right? And then this guy, I kid you not, on the third day he quit, man. And he didn't quit at the end. He quit mid shift, yeah, when it was like around what's again, because it was we were working from what's again 2:45 to 11:50, I think. So 11 or 10:50, yeah, yeah, 2 to 11:50 or 10, sorry, 2 to 10:50, innit? Yeah, 2 to 10:50. But anyway, yeah, and he quit around 6 o'clock. So I kid you not, for the rest of the day, I had to do his job, man. And
My
I was so
oh my
upset because I had the easy because I had like the easiest week. All I had to do was expect him, man. But he was gone that week, and and excuse sorry. And next week, right, they got like two new people. And next week, a lot of people didn't quit, man. But like that was my final week. I was telling the boss I was going to leave, and they got new people anyway for the next week. And my friend, the guy who trained me, yeah, he was a nice guy, man. The guy who trained me, he that was his last day as well. My last day and his last day. I think he's working at Aldi right now. So he told me that's where he's going to job. So he's enjoying life. Yeah, but I kid you not, that place people just keep coming and leaving, man. I was talking to all the people who've been there for a long time. They'll be telling me, man, it's just like a common occurrence. Like someone comes in, someone new comes in, and they leave like in 2 day or two. Even the boss was saying some people just come in and can't hack it. But yeah. So I left. I told the boss I had to go back to college. Well, he didn't. I didn't tell him. He found out because I told my supervisor, Elona, and she told him, and then that's how I found out. But it's calm because I told the boss that I leave. He was okay with it. And he told me, and I asked him if I came back and I still work with him. So I should just give him a ring. Yeah, that's how it is. One guy was working at Paddy. He told me not to come back. He says I'd rather go flipping burgers. No, I should go flipping burgers and come back. I should go get my education because he doesn't want me to see. He doesn't. I shouldn't make the same mistake as him. I should go get my education. What a nice guy, Paddy.
Yeah, he made a good point.
Yeah, he was telling me. Paddy was telling me I should go get education because I should. I was forgetting. I don't want to end up like him. But the other guy, well, I forgot his name. The guy who was working there for a long time and was making 11 euros says, "I love this job, man. You should love this job as well." And I tell you, so I was talking to most people who work there. Usually, what's again don't have an educate. Usually, what's again are usually foreigners who are just looking for a job in it, or
Yeah,
people what's again, or people who have what's again who've been what's again during the. I remember there's one woman during the pandemic. She got laid off and she couldn't find a job, so she's just working there. In it. Another woman, my supervisor, she had a degree actually in chemistry, but she came to she came to flipping. She started working. And she said she had no ambition to go back to college and she just had no ambition in it. And then she just stayed there. So like most people who work there are people like who just don't have ambition to like move up in life in it. We just happy where you can say are content or happy with their state of life. Which to be honest, like if you're happy, that's all that matters, isn't it? To be honest. Like who am I to say you shouldn't be working there?
yeah, I
Like if you're
agree.
happy to work, you're happy. But yeah, that was me working, man. I was working. That was my third job because I had three jobs over the weekend, over the holidays. One job was construction. I hated that job. I hated my boss. It was the worst job ever, and I'll never work there ever again. Second job was my favorite. I was working in Electric Picnic, right?
Yeah,
I was working at Electric Picnic, right? It's so basically, for people who don't know, it's a music festival, right? So I was working there as music festivals. Obviously, there's porta potties, so I was one of the cleaners. So we were cleaning the toilets. I thought I was going to get a job where we just going around picking trash everywhere you go. But turns out we got the worst, which is to clean toilets. So basically, they expected us to make sure the toilets were clean, and I rated the toilets clean. Okay, my first day working there because it was a 3 day job. I tried doing that, but I realized people are disgusting, right? Some people, when they go to festivals, when they're piss drunk, they don't once again regulate the rules and do whatever they want. So like halfway through the shift, I said, I'm tired of this. So basically, I gave everyone a toilet. It'd be here's a toilet roll, and once again, if you go in, leave one there, leave one in, leave one in. Sorry, you keep one for yourself, but just drop one in. And that's what I started doing, and I picked around the area, and I just dust off for an hour, and I come back. I just dust off an hour. I come back clean, dust off an hour, come back clean, dust off an hour. I did that, and that's how I did for 3 days. But sometimes I got caught by my boss would come in, and she won't find me on my place, and she'd be like calling me like where I'm at. So I did that for the first 2 days, and the third day, because the third day she said if you come to my place, yeah, and she doesn't see me, yeah, and she's gonna she's gonna kick me, she's gonna fire me, right? So and to make it even worse, yeah, she gave me two like basically there's the males and female toilets, yeah. There'll be a male and male toilets, and female toilets. She gave me both toilets to take care of that day, yeah, just so I could learn a lesson. So basically, what I did is I got like camping chairs. I sat underneath the shade, and I was like, I wasn't like I was on my phone. I was just on my phone. So I just go in now each hour, make sure there's enough toilet paper, pick up rubbish that's on the grass, and that's it, man. And that's how it made we made like 400 from that job for like 3 days in it. But the thing is, again, the job was so bad. Because number one, yeah, a lot of people applied for that job, and when they got in, they dipped because the only reason they came in was to get a badge to go into lecture picnic and to see their friends. And some people started working and they realized the job wasn't easy and they left. And then the problem is because there's not a lot of people, they actually bring in other people, and they bring and like the people that they brought in were usually were people who came into Ireland to study to learn English. They were mostly Brazilian, and unfortunately they didn't speak English, and they were our higher ups, so it's very hard to communicate with them in it. But at the end of the day, we got it through. Because I remember I was on the second day, yeah, I got the best place on the second day. I was next to the main arena, so I could see all the main stages. So I got to see Becky Hill that day, and I got to see Anne Marie perform as well. I also got to see. I didn't see Deborah Kennedy or Megan Thee Stallion because I wasn't posted near there. But I got to see 1975 and what's it again? 1975 and Arctic Monkeys. So yeah, it was really interesting. But anyway, the second day I was working next to the main arena, and I was picking up stuff. Yeah, and I was with this guy named Manuel. So I let Manuel do most of the work, while I was just doing a tiny bit. But anyway, that same day we were next to this. A guy had a seizure right next to the toilet, so they had to close down the toilets for the whole day, man. So I got to dust off for 6 hours. So I got 6 hours paid leave because what's again they closed down the toilets, which is really great. But yeah, hello, you still there, Osman?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm listening to everything.
Yeah. So basically that will happen. And on the third day, what's it called again? Like I said, I had to landmark two toilets, but I just sat underneath the chair and just going every hour. And like since I was like in front of the thing, in front of the toilets, my boss when she came, she saw me there. She couldn't fire me. But yeah, I saw a few of my mates there. They're all piss drunk anyway. And yeah, I saw a few of my old classmates there, man. Like, and we were just talking. Some of them gone to college, some of them doing apprenticeship. Some of them don't even. Some of them just working in it. It's really nice, man. I haven't seen some of them since secondary school, man. But yeah, that
Yeah,
was my job working in electric picking. Well, work again next year, most likely. Yeah, man. I'll see. Hopefully. Um, I met. Oh yeah, there was another job I was doing right because I was tired because basically there's these cups, right? Pie making cups, right?
mm,
There's a plastic. They're like the hard plastic. So like if you return them, you get €2, right? So basically, a lot of people. I remember like I was in the near to arena and I saw one guy also getting dropped like two in it. Like he came in, he had like a whole stack, yeah, and he was picking them up. I was like, why is this guy picking them up? Like, what happened? And like, fast forward like an hour, I met a guy. He was holding one of the plastic cups. Like, do you want me to put it in the rubbish bin? And he was like, no, no, no. So again, I get money for it. And I was like, you get money for it, right? I was like, yeah. So I gave him one of the cups. I guess like just being messy in it because he gave me an idea. So I was like, here's a cup for like €2. So I started picking up the cups as well. So in 2.5 days, I picked up around 60, like 50 cups, and I made nearly €110 just for picking up these cups, man. Just for picking and returning them. So on
wow.
the second day, these are the plastic ones. There's plastic ones and like there's hard plastic and soft plastic. Soft plastic ones you can only get like €25 worth of them. You have to get like for each cup, I think for like a row of 10, I think that's like a euro or two. I think that's a euro. And I remember I had like 30 rows, but I was returning it to to the place where you return them. And the first guy, there was a guy there, yeah, he was working right, and he returned, and he got money right, and I was working right there, and I returned it, yeah. But the girl saw I had like so many cups and stuff, yeah, and she was like, "Let me see your badge, let me see your wristband." And she thought, "Oh, you're working, I can't accept yours." And I was like, "But you accepted the other guy's wristband." Also again, the other guy cups, and you gave him money. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. It's like, what do you mean you forgot? Like, come on, like realistically, like if I was working there, yeah, and I would have given the guy money, like if he was working, because realistically, it's not my money, realistically, and to be honest, realistically, like he's helping anyway. Like it's a win-win situation. Like you could say he's not going to pick it anymore, but yeah, I gave all the soft plastic away, but I make sure I kept the hard plastic, and I make sure I keep because there were two places where you can return cups and get money for. And I went to the other one, yeah, and there was just a guy, right? And I just gave him, and he just didn't check, asking me if I was working there, and I just gave him money for it. So I made €107 from that, and I bought myself an electric picnic shirt, like because reminiscent of EP. But it cost like €20, man. That was the cheapest one, man. What a rip off! But that's it's no surprise there, man. Next time if I work there, I'm gonna buy myself a hoodie.
Yeah, sounds like
Hopefully,
that sounds good.
yeah. But that's me working, man. I work 3 jobs, man. Like in the summer, man. And good memories. I got to see Anne Marie. I got to see what's Kagan, Becky Hill. Uh, who else did I get to see? Like 1975 and Arctic Monkeys, like I said, man. And my favorite song of Arctic Monkeys is "Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High." I would sing it, but I don't want to get copyright, man.
Yeah, YouTube are not kind of friendly.
But, yeah. It goes like I think it's 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind. Left you multiple missed calls, and to my message you reply. Why'd you only call me when you're high? Mm-hmm. You know what? I was listening to a song, right? I thought he was replying to her. Why'd you only call me when you're high? Then I realized it was her replying to the guy saying, "Why'd you only call me when you're high?" So I was like, "Oh man." But yeah, man, that's me working, man. That's how it is. But I don't think that could cover a whole 6 9 months, man. Because we were gone for a long time, man. A long time, man.
Hmm.
Hopefully, hopefully we can still build our. Hopefully we still got a month and a half to get what 12 subscribers, 22 subscribers. So you can hit 100. You know, oh well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I mean, if we were able to get probably like around, because let's think about it. We had over 50. We had over 50 subscribers at that point. So I think we got around 20 something subscribers while we were not doing anything. So if we were able to get that much while we were not uploading, who's to say we can't get 22 more?
Oh well, who knows, man. Only time will tell, man. Only time will tell.
Hmm. Have you heard recently that Elon Musk has bought Twitter for $44 billion?
Yeah, I heard, man. I don't use Twitter that much actually. I use Twitter to what's again to watch football, man.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter that much either. I'm just there to see some news about football, any football transfers, seeing if any meltdowns on Twitter go down. I just want to see what's happening on Twitter and see how people are reacting to it. Because that place is more toxic than Chernobyl in 1984.
True, that is true, man. No, I just watch football, man. That's it, man. I just watch football on Twitter, so I'm gonna use it to watch the World Cup, man. Hopefully, man.
Yeah. But speaking about Twitter, Elon Musk himself, he created this thing called Twitter Blue, where if you pay $8 a month, you can be able to get verified. I was thinking, wasn't the whole point of having a verified account is to separate yourself from the fake accounts to show you that this is the real person, that is their real account, not these fan pages and not all these fake accounts. But apparently, for the actual verified people, they're going to have something. Yeah, I think they're going to have something called official. Official, like this is like a proper verified Twitter account, saying that because this is recognized by the public or the government or some sort of something like that. They're like, I'm like, are you really willing to pay $8 a month just for a blue tick on your account? I said, even though it's nice to have a blue tick on my account, that can never be me. That can never be me.
But I can't afford $8 a month just for that, man. Honestly, man. I'm that broke, man. Uni, man's too expensive, man.
That yikes. Well, I was there. Speaking of money, I will get to this thing later on. But I don't like Elon Musk said he's going to allow free speech to happen on Twitter. But from what I've seen from Ethan Klein and another person, yeah, I don't think that is probably going to happen because these two they changed their profile picture to the same picture that Elon Musk has on his Twitter, and then changed their name to Elon Musk, and they were just trolling. Like they were obviously trolling, trying to act like Elon Musk. And Ethan Klein, all he was doing this, he said like, "This is a joke. What I'm doing right here is a joke. Don't take it seriously." But Mr. Musk himself was not all too proud of that, and just suspended their accounts. I was like, yeah, freedom of speech. Yeah, don't think that's happening anytime soon. Don't think so.
True, man. True.
So, have you heard of something called Revolut?
No, I never use Revolut, man. I'm too broke, man.
Ah, the money is not
Yeah,
your
man.
ally in this situation.
Y- Yeah, man. Never has, never will, man.
Don't
Like,
you
but
don't
I'm
think it
telling
would?
you, but I'm telling you, man. I swear to God, there's something cursed about getting a job, yeah. Because Thursday is the day. Once again, I get my let's say Thursday is the day I get my slip to tell me how much money I'm gonna get. And Friday is the day I get my money, yeah. I swear to God, yeah. As soon as Thursday or Friday comes, yeah, there's always some unexpected bill or unexpected emergency, and someone's calling me, be like, "Yo, I got a problem." Like it's almost as excuse me, sorry, my bad. It's almost as they know what's again. Thursday is payday. Sorry, Friday is payday, man. I swear, man. As soon as money comes, money goes, man. It's so funny.
Yeah, I think that has to do with people not knowing how to spend and save their money that well.
Yeah, like, bro, I'm telling you, man. Like, I'll be hearing, bro. Shit, I need some stuff, I need some cash or something like that. But as soon as money comes, man, it goes, man. Honestly, God, like as soon as Thursday, Friday hits, there's always some unexpected bill or unexpected purchase or something like that, man. It's just
Mm.
weird. It's just funny, man.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it hasn't happened to me at all. I'm not saying that it's never going to happen, but for me, it really hasn't happened. But what I've started to do recently, anytime I get money, I just do a 70-30. I take 30%, I put it in my pocket. So I use that for whatever I want. And I just leave the 70%. I just save that one just for the future, or if there's an emergency and something needs to be paid, you can just take from that. So if I keep doing that, I'm pretty sure I could have a decent amount in probably a few months' time or in a year.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Oh, I hope we find out, man. I'm just waiting what's great. I'm just gonna keep working and see where life goes until I graduate, man. Where I get a proper job, a proper career, man.
yeah,
But yeah, I still love the minimum wage job, man. I love the people working that. It's too funny. The boss is funny. He gives out all the time, and everyone's just like, everyone just thinks he's a crazy guy.
hmm, I can understand that.
Well, I don't know, man.
Here's
We'll
one
find out
thing
one day, man.
yeah, we'll find out one day. Here's one thing I have to say. So, probably starting from September last year, I was work, I was working somewhere for a few months, and pretty much, pretty much the co-workers over there, they were all good. They were all friendly. They're all good. It's the management I don't really seem to like. It's like they always be like they have to like stamp their authority. Everyone be like, oh, they're that big person. They just throw around people and say, oh, you do this, do that. I'm like, mate, shut up. No one even likes you that that much. But
Exactly.
in management, there always seems to be that one person, maybe one or two, who are actually quite decent. Actually, come to have a laugh with everyone. But ever since I left, ever since I left that place earlier in January this year, because I had to go to France the next night. When I came back there just to see everyone, I was just told that everyone that I've known there, majority of them have already left. Because I remember that same week I left, one woman who was working there, she left. She went to work in she went to work in Lidl and in Clondalkin because the pay was much better over there. And I
Yeah.
said, hey, dang, I don't blame you. I mean, you're not gonna get the free food anymore, but hey, more money in your pocket, I guess.
Yeah.
And right now, like one person I know, I won't mention her name. I'll just call her. she who shall not be named. So basically, she came from she came from another continent two 2 years ago. 2 years ago for for better education, work, and better basically a better life. So while I was working there, I never interacted with her that much because I was working in the kitchen and she was like working at the front. So we never communicated that much. But once I came back from France, I came to see everyone. That's when I started talking to her a bit more because she's the one that told me everyone that I know there, mostly everyone that was there, left. And I remember she told me that she was going to leave McDonald's as well. Oh, for flip's sake. Yeah, basically she was going to leave as well. I said, oh, okay. So I was asking her, where was she going to work now? So she said she's going to work another place. No, I get, so I'm not mentioning that place. Mentioning that place. Then I asked her, okay, why is that? She said because she realized that the working environment over there was much better than how it is in in our old workplace. I said, okay, okay, I don't blame you. Hopefully it goes well for you. And she's like, yeah, hopefully it does. So yeah, everyone everyone comes and goes. Story story that's the story of life.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's the minimum wage job, man. I say probably before I go, man. I swear the people probably I was working with are probably some of them are gone. Like the people who were working in the who were stacking, some of them are probably gone. Anyway, bro, Arsenal just scored against Wolves. Yeah, I think you guys are
Yeah,
going to win the league, man.
yeah, I just saw that. I don't know. I say we have to wait till March to see where we are at that point, or maybe by February, March, we'll see where we are at that point in the league.
Yeah. All we can say is Chelsea are in the mud. Thank God for that, man.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Thank big Ivan Toney's a G for beating Man City 2-1.
Oh yeah, he's a real G. He's a real G. Disappointed how he wasn't selected for the World Cup squad.
Yeah, man. That is disappointment, but like, what can you do, man? Gareth Southgate's a fraud. Everyone knows that, man.
Yeah, proper fraud. Like if we go into like there are so many mistakes in that team, but I don't know if I even want to get into that because ah, then not my country, not my business.
Yeah,
Hopefully they plummet.
true, man. But anyway, before we go, who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
Uh, for me, okay.
Just pick one
I
team.
don't.
No explanation. Just pick one team, man.
Okay, pick one team. All right, Brazil.
Brazil. I also think I was going to pick as well. Brazil as well.
Yeah,
You know, I want Brazil. I wanted Brazil to win anyway, but now because now I don't. No, the thing is, I want Portugal to win, but they're not going to win it because the
yeah,
manager is so bad, man. The manager is so defensively minded. He's like a He's like a Simeone. But I
yeah,
wanted. I know. I wanted Brazil to win because they have Allison, and I just that guy. Oh my days, man. Oh shit, I'm not supposed to explain, but like, the only reason I want Brazil to win is because of Allison. Because that guy, he's saving my team, from embarrassment day in day out, man. Honestly, God, bro.
yeah. Don't be surprised if he comes in the office and he say, "Okay, he wants a new deal because he's put that team on his back."
Yeah, man. He's carrying our team, man. Honestly, God, man. That's some reason why. But anyway, I have to go study. So, Osman,
Yeah,
anything you want to say before we end it?
yeah. I just wanna end it on probably two things. First one is just a random question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with people that you've known a long time in your life and done a lot of things done a lot of things in your life, just to find out that they're no longer part of your life, and you don't know why, you don't know when it happened. How do you deal with that?
We just it is what it is, man. We just charge it, charge it. It is what it is, man.
All right, fair enough. And last question: if we're
Go
going to
on,
get back on this, get back on the run of the podcast, are we going to do an episode every week, or are we still going to do it every 2 weeks?
bro. Probably do every month, man. It is what it is, man. College man has got us on the chokehold, man.
Yeah, probably got a other mean chokehold, man.
But yeah, until you see us again, that's all I have to say, man. Hopefully we will. Hopefully we do. But yeah. Anyway, anything else, Mo? Anything else, Mo? This one.
No, I'll just probably tell you a few more things after the podcast.
Yeah. Alright, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, thank you for watching and listening. I'm your host Abdul, in this case Super Saiyan with Gohan. I don't even know. I just logged into using this my tablet and I just saw Super Saiyan. I was like, you know what? I can't be asked to change my name. And your co-host was one. And this has been Interactive Podcast, an hour along. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And till we see you again. Take care. Goodbye. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a lovely day.